In this first viewing of Blow Up after several years, I was struck by an odd contradiction. While not classical in style, it clearly is a classic in the sense of being a milestone in commercial cinema's development, but does anyone outside the film world or academia talk about it? Hugely influential at the time of its release, it's not exactly the kind of movie the general public affectionately recalls as a favorite. That amnesia is not because its innovations have become so thoroughly accepted that they are invisible. On the contrary, the film is incredibly dated in the good sense of epitomizing an era when adult was synonymous with formal experimentation and thematic ambition. In the 60s, the rhythms, lesions, and infinite complexity of everyday life were viewed as far more promising and adventurous than the fantasy and action popular today. Moreover, considering the slow pace and contemplative perspective of Michelangelo Antonioni's films, Blow Up demands close attention. While the story about Thomas, David Hemmings, a fashion photographer who thinks he has accidentally photographed a murder, has a conventional thriller component, the real mystery is how the simplest activities can feel simultaneously strange and familiar. Nothing is hyped, but with no clear forward movement, neither can anything be taken for granted. Instead, a dissociative uncertainty hangs over Thomas's alternately frenetic and lackadaisical efforts to confirm his discovery, seeping into our consciousness as we await an explanation that never arrives. While Antonioni's story, based on a fiction by Julio Cortázar, has inspired other filmmakers, most obviously Brian De Palma's Blowout, the film's influence extended beyond the narrative. The high fashion setting itself became fashionable, and any film or television show with a photographer character had to include a photo shoot imitating Antonioni's. The sexual permissiveness, while tamed by contemporary standards and not unique to Blow Up, nonetheless offered a frankness that rolled over outdated, decorous norms. The foray into the drug culture is treated with an uninhibited, matter-of-fact acceptance, as if it is a matter of course that the hipsters of the center of the story would drift through life on a smoky cloud. Even the film's central metaphor, that the more you look at something, the fuzzier it gets, has become a kind of sub-philosophical pop culture banality. So, why doesn't Blow Up have the popular currency of other received classics? Aside from blaming the neglect of a British-Italian production on the American chauvinism that dominates filmmaking and criticism, clearly today's filmmakers and audiences cannot be expected to engage with work that doesn't resonate for them. The problem is that what does move contemporary viewers runs counter to just about everything Blow Up has to offer. Literal-minded fantasy, hyperbole, and constant distraction are the preference for audiences more worried about their apps and messages than the quiet unfolding of a story that never fully resolves. Existential mystery is just too, well, mysterious.